over. No, we're refreshing it. It's the playoffs mode. McKinnon, shoot, save, rebound, score! Arturi Lehkonen, hard to the front of the net, gets the rebound, and he puts the Avs on top 1-0. Lecky to the blue paint, as right as rain, out it comes. Sent back in by Drury, LOC the first one, two in the drag move, score! Logan O'Connor, short side, and the Avs have a 2-0 lead. It was sent back in by the Kings.
To the back again, on for Panarin. Nice pass, LaFerriere. 6-on-4 advantage here. And a shot, they score! Panarin from the point! A power play goal. He said what? Keep it simple in the power play? And then Byfield, quick handoff for Moore. Byfield again. Now to Moore. Out of the corner in front, wide open. Panarin, he scores! Panarin! What a shot! He's done it again!
A breather.
Playoff gamesmanship. The game within the game, Mose.
Dave's at the point. Shoots it down deep. In front, score! Game Landeskog ties the game. 3:35 left on the great feed from Aegis. Landeskog was left all by his lonesome, and we've got a 1-1 hockey game. Kedman up high. Manson, wrist shot, score! Nick Waugh the rebound, and the Avs have won in overtime. They take a 2-0 series lead against the Los Angeles Kings. It was fired from way downtown. The save was made. And new Avalanche Nick Waugh able to clean up. Send it down the boards. Here's the captain. Into the trapezoid. Waugh, a big body himself. Jams it up top. Landeskog corrals. Turnaround shot wide of the net. Score! It came off the end boards. And it hits Forsberg right in the skate blade. And the Avs have a 1-0 lead.
Just to the middle for Manson. Good stick by Byfield. Broken up by Kulak. And now LaFerriere comes down the wall. Byfield again in front. They score! Moore was there. The Kings have tied the game at 1.
Couldn't handle that puck. Steals it. Lehkonen looking by himself behind the net. Up to the point, it's Taves. Across from McCarr. Straight away, McCarr. Long shot, score! Cale McCarr rips it through traffic down the slot. And the Avs have a 2-1 lead. It's his first goal of the series. He looked, he saw, and he fought. After halfway through the kill, Panarin gives it back. One-timer. Fandon by Kempe. Here comes Lehkonen with LOC. Lehkonen is in to Logan O'Connor. He scores! Logan O'Connor!
That's the tough part of having a forward at the point. And you can see it goes right off the left skate and slides under the 5-hole of Forsberg. There's your deflection. There's your 5-hole.
As Panarin sends it low. LaFerriere back for Panarin. Now LaFerriere again. Panarin gets it, shoots, and he scores! Panarin! It may have been tipped. That's what they need. Kempe may have tipped that high. It's 3-2.
All the way around. Waugh's going to skid into that puck. No, too far in front of him, but out it comes.
Boy, I thought Forsberg was going to come because Avs forwards are absolutely gassed. Oh, they're going
That is empty. Brock Nelson looks ahead, shoots and scores! It's an empty net goal, and the Avs have doubled up the Kings again. Back it comes for Nazem Kadri. The Avs 0 for 9 in this series. They're due. Landeskog to Kadri. Looks. Cross one-timer. Score! Nathan McKinnon rips it past the dot through Forsberg, and it trickles in, and the Avs have a 1-0 lead. Forsberg got some of it, but he couldn't get all of it. Saved by Forsberg. It came out of his catching glove, and the Avs couldn't get the rebound on net. McCarr walking and dancing. Into the circle, McCarr is deep, shoots and scores! Cale McCarr! What an absolutely beautiful, brilliant goal! And the Avs have taken a 2-0 lead.
Here's LaFerriere. Cycles one again to Kempe. Trying to get in front. Pass. Shot by Edmonton, and he scores! Edmonton! The line change works. The Kings on the board, back in it.
Set ahead. Kadri is off the ice, quick shot by Leggett and score! Nick Waugh finally gets the rebound and hammers it through Forsberg, and the Avs have a 3-1 lead. Finds Malinsky. This is Landeskog now. McKinnon peels up, found some open space. Across it goes for Taves. Wrist shot, score! Devon Taves got to above the dot and let her rip. And the Avs have a 4-1 lead over the Los Angeles to go. And this is all the Kings can do.
And Mose, you can probably argue it a bit, but Mose going to go down as the greatest LA King of all time.
Marcel Dion was great. Luc Robitaille. Here's Nathan with an empty net. Finds McKinnon, he'll score. Nathan McKinnon, an empty net goal, his second goal of the game. And that's going to put it away for sure. It's a 5-1 Avalanche lead with 5:38 left.
Nervous that maybe he wouldn't return. He touches so many areas of this game. Penalty kill, another big one.
Kaprizov back to Hughes, across to Zuccarello. Boldy, one touch, Eriksson Ek, he scores! And the Wild on the power play have the first goal of the series. Going after it, Faber there for the Wild. Faber comes ahead.
And they're both good in both categories, goals for and against.
And they score! A sharp angle shot goes up and over the shoulder of Ottinger.
Got too much time. Again, Johnson can't recover in time. And then Kaprizov in a real tight window.
Had it knocked past him by Foxa, but Hughes takes it back. Gets it to Zuccarello. He goes cross ice. Kaprizov back for Hughes. Across to Faber. A shot. They score! Ryan Hartman tips it out front. And Minnesota has a 3-goal lead. Dallas at full strength. Kaprizov fanned on it. Johnston at his pocket, picked by Boldy. Now a battle along the boards. Boldy tried to center. Bouncing puck. They score! The shot came from the slot. It bounced just wide of the net. Matt Boldy buries it. Minnesota leads 4-0.
Robertson in the corner had 15 power play goals, a career high. To Johnston, who had 27. Back for Robertson. He scores! A power play goal! Jason Robertson. Dallas is on the board.
Cross for Hughes. Hughes again. Boldy fires and a blocker saved by Ottinger.
Boy, wow, they've been going upstairs on Ottinger.
And they score! Eriksson Ek with his second of the game on the power play. It's 5-1 Minnesota. As Nick Foligno jumps out of the penalty box. 6-on-5 for Dallas. Rantanen moves in, lost it to Boldy at the empty net. He scores! And Minnesota, with their most one-sided Game 1 victory ever, leads it 6-1.
And a huge stop early on for the Dallas netminder. Yurov in his second career playoff game. Shot goes wide and bounced in! The Stars have the lead! What a turn of events to send them crazy in Dallas!
Series. For the season, Dallas had outscored their opponents 4-1 in these spots. Minnesota outscored 3-1. Faber escapes Robertson, cuts to the slot, he scores! Brock Faber ties it for Minnesota.
Stars down to 20 seconds as they have it between the blue lines. Mikko Rantanen in front, score! Matt Duchene! Dallas in front! And they want a piece of each other as they meet up in the aftermath of the goal. Spurgeon. Dallas controls here. Lundqvist with a shot! Score! Robertson the redirection! Dallas has doubled their lead!
Faber gets free, blocker save, Ottinger, rebound! Hughes denied by Ottinger!
Highlight reel save.
Faber loose in the slot. He scores!
Left toe of Anjer. Boldy went down. Play continues on. It's back to Boldy. Centers and fought for. Cleared out by the Stars. It's rolling on edge. And into the empty net. It took a left turn. And it's going to land in St. Paul. It's been this year between these two teams. They've got their work cut out for them. Stars move it in. Robertson a cutting. Score! Right to the net. Mikko Rantanen. The Stars power play strikes again. Mikko on the board for the first time this postseason. Bogosian stumbled a bit, kept it in. Marcus Foligno tried to lead from McCarron. Turned over. Numbers for Dallas. 2-on-1. Robertson, Duchesne. Robertson scores! Jason Robertson, who scored in every game so far this series, makes it 2-0 Dallas.
Carries to the corner, out to the line, Faber, moves in a shot, pad save, Ottinger, rebound, and Spurgeon denied by Ottinger.
Wow, what a save by Ottinger, and Spurgeon on the backhand.
In the slot, Johansson scores!
Beat him to the outside, and that's where the Wild need to get bodies to the inside. Juicy rebound there off Ottinger.
Boldy fights past Myers. Eriksson scores!
Cutting through the middle, 1-on-3. Flips it up in the air. Understands all bodies, all eyes on him. He goes back through the slot, knowing he's got Eriksson on the line, driving the middle. Careful now, too, as he just ran a pick.
Wilder back at full strength. McCarron hits the Dallas line. His score!
Off the pipe too, I think. Here's Rantanen, delays, waits, now score! Matt Duchesne! Rantanen outweighted everybody, and Duchesne ties the game with a power play goal. Down the left wing slowly, backhands it, Heiskanen. Return for Jason Robertson. Heiskanen straight away. Shot, deflected, scored! Dallas wins it! Wyatt Johnston! The deflection in front, a power play goal! And the Stars have the lead in the series! More than a minute remaining in an early power play. No score. First period of Game 4, Stars lead the series 2-1. Rantanen to Duchesne, stop, rebound, scored! Jason Robertson, Mr. Automatic. Goals in every game this series. It's 4 and counting.
Kaprizov in for Minnesota. Back to Brodin, a shot, and that goes wide. Rebound, Hartman, ridden into the boards. Kaprizov got it through to Faber. Faber shot deflected. They score! Brock Faber's third of the series, and it's 1-1.
Looking to take the lead before the intermission. Here's a shot blocked right back to Mikko Rantanen. Outer hash mark, slow for Duchesne, an assist in the game to Heiskanen. Wrister, he scores! Miro Heiskanen.
Down the slot to Faber, a shot, save Ottinger. Rebound controlled by McCarron. Faber plays cross ice, Hughes. Back to Faber, he leaves it to Sturm. Sturm fires, saved by Ottinger. Marcus Foligno scores! The Moose ties it for Minnesota! Still loose. Boldy trying to dig it loose. Eriksson involved in the fight. Kaprizov out to Spurgeon. Half a minute to go. A shot! They score! Matt Boldy wins it for the Wild!
His second point of the game. And how about this tip? Going wide. Hand-eye coordination. Determination. Series is tied.
Sends it around behind for Myers. Myers wraps it off the boards. Hardman holds. Kaprizov denied by Ottinger. Zuccarello scores!
To Heiskanen. Wanted Johnston. Sticks were in the lane. Broken up, not cleared. Robertson the lead. Up high, Matt Duchene. Finds Robertson. One-timer. Score! Miro Heiskanen! The Stars' power play comes through again.
A wraparound from behind is denied by Ottinger. Kaprizov gives to Boldy. Works it up high for Hughes. Boldy in front, he scores! A power play goal for Minnesota. And the Wild are back in front by 1. The Game 4 hero finds the back of the net to break the tie here in Game 5.
On the power play late in Game 3 to push it into overtime before they won in double overtime. Minnesota got the equalizer in Game 4.
And they score! McCarron one-hands it by Ottinger, who was a little awkward, indecisive whether he'd go for the poke check or not. McCarron with his second of the series.
Corner play. Mikko Rantanen. A cut on Boldy to Heiskanen. Now Robertson. Left circle. Robertson delays. Down low. In front. Score! Robertson carried it in off of something. Believe he scored for the 5th straight game. 3:21 left and Dallas is within one.
To ice it. If you're fresh and your core is fresh, you don't get the red. Feel free, but
Kaprizov fights off a Heiskanen check and scores into the empty net. Kirill Kaprizov with the empty net goal for Minnesota, and it's 4-2
Hockey, great battle. Faber out to Nico Sturm and back to Hughes. Hughes connects with Foligno. Back to Hughes. Hughes moves in, a shot. He scores!
Mikko Rantanen to Duchene. Uses the outskirts of the rink, then gets it back from Heiskanen low. Triangle! Oh! They score! Like it was drawn up to perfection. Wyatt Johnston ties up Game 6. Stars spring out through center ice. Bork for Bunting. His shot saved. Volstead rebound. Leaked out. Bork! And he scores! Maverick Bork! And the Stars have taken the lead.
Steps a check. McCarron to Tarasenko. Trenyon lays it in behind. Allen once again, the special teams favoring Dallas helped him slant this game, but they score! Vladimir Tarasenko ties it for Minnesota.
he had numbers he'd have gone for, but it looked like it was going to develop into a one-on-one.
Back to the line, Faber. Across for Hughes. Hughes fires. They score!
Steal, but Hughes against the grain. Doesn't feel he can beat Ottinger straight up. He sees support on that backside. 2 bodies. Head up. He looks for it.
Duchene picks it up for Dallas. Taken away by Boldy. Robertson got a stick on it. Ben unable to hold the line. Boldy to the empty net. He scores! 4-2 Minnesota! For Rantanen. Centers. Harley shot saved by Volstead. Rebound goes to the corner. Rich Kobian on it for Dallas. Inside 20 to go. Wild clear. They score! And it's over!
Now Zadorov. Pasternak enters. Shoots. Blocked. Rebound. Kiki. He scores! Morgan Kiki with a rocket in the slot. Bruins 1. Sabres nothing. Settles it. Pasternak rolled it around to Lindholm. Peak. Back of the net it goes.
Pastrnak centered off the post by Geekie. Rebound, they score! Elias Lindholm able to spot that puck and sizzle one home. Bruins 2, Sabres
from behind the net, but can't settle the puck down, stays with it. Here's Thompson, passing it to the slot. Shot is blocked. Byram behind the net. Krebs takes a hit. TNT Thompson sweeps it in from the near post, and it's a one-goal game with 7:58 remaining in the third. That's sent to that. Swayman with the rebound in front, and it's clear behind the goal. Tuck and Thompson fighting for it. Thompson comes away with it. Thompson scores! Greatness from Tage Thompson to tie the game at 2 with 4:16 remaining in the third period. The Buffalo Sabres have stormed back to tie. Follow-up play, and the Sabres are on their way into the Boston zone. Swayman leaves it behind the net, but not a clear play. Quinn walks it out to the slot. Shot scores! Mattias Samuelsson! Are you kidding me? 3 straight from the Sabres, and they've erased the deficit and taken their first playoff lead. It's 3-2 by Thompson and Thompson. Net is empty for Thompson. He's got 2, can't get it out. Bouncing puck at the dot. Thompson off the boards. Alex Tuch, empty net. Alex Tuch scores! Raise the roof.
poked by Lukin into the corner with 15. It squirts up top. Pastrnak. Fan on his pass. His backhand. They score! With 6 seconds left. A power play goal. And the Bruins trail 4-3.
From Norris. Aspero up the wall. It gets out. The Sabres have to clear out. Aspero with it. He'll high flip it back. Arvidsson with a step. Far circle. Backhand. He scores! Victor Arvidsson sprinted to that puck and opens the scoring for the Bruins. In front. Hit some skates. Geekie with it. Saw the pressure coming from the backside, and Malenstein. He'll hoist the backhand in. They score! Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. That's going to be E1, and the Boston Bruins are on top 2-0. Wow. They scrum for it. The Sabres just get enough of it, but they can't get it out. Here's Pastrnak right of the net. He'll turn away. Up top now McAvoy. Walks to the middle. Pastrnak. High tip. They score! Pavel Zacha, a power play goal. Bruins 3, Sabres 0. This puck golfed in, and the third period is underway. McAvoy, who played about 17 and a half minutes, drives it ahead. Here's Arvidsson 2-on-1, shoots, he scores! Victor Arvidsson with a snipe, glove side, his second of the night. Bruins 4, Sabres 0.
To get those numbers a bit closer to when it was important, they weren't winning. That's the problem. Yeah, going forward it is for sure. Here's a puck that comes free up front. Byram with a shot, scores! Bowen Byram. It's a Sabres defenseman again that gets the Sabres on the board, and they trail it with 6:06 remaining, 4-1 on the wall. Tuch will play it back to the line. Dahlin back to Tuch. Dahlin for shot off the bar, scores!
Swayman's yelling high stick here. See if the Boston Bruins check this.
And the Sabres exit the puck behind the plate. Jeannot with a hit on Timmins. Pounded ahead. Here's Jeannot. Walks across the line. Shoots. He scores! Tanner Jeannot. His first career Stanley Cup playoff goal. Bruins 1. Sabres
now at center. He's got some room to skate. He'll take it in across the line. Ostlund down to the corner, far side. Slides it in front, scores! Great pass to Byram, and he's tied the game at 1 apiece with 9:02 remaining in the second in Boston. Power comes down the wall. Backed up by Alex Tuch. Sabres come out of the corner with it. Now Tuch comes over to help out. Byram into the slot. Krebs can't get the shot away. Tuch finds the puck. Scores! Oh my goodness, Alex Tuch picks up the loose puck and he rips it home, and the Sabres have stormed back on the road to take a 2-1 lead in period number 3. Net and the puck. It's off the boards and out. This won't get there. Extra skater on the ice. Arvidsson bumps off the puck at center. Here's a chance. Lifted to the net. That'll go just wide. Racing Ostlund after it. Scores! Noah Ostlund's first NHL playoff goal puts Buffalo up 3-1 with 1:24 to go in the third.
Those Bruin players, like the Pasternak's playing you one-on-one. You don't want them to get in the habit of start moving the puck. Keep challenging them, taking that time and space, make them.
Here's a steal, pass back, Krebs scores! That is grand theft at its best, and the Sabres score the first goal of game number 4 to take a 1-0 lead. How about Peyton Krebs? Wall taking a look, eyes to the net, goal line play for Doan. Trying a little magic there. Byram fanned on the first shot. Possession kept. Here's a play in front for Doan. Scores! Great pass from the corner to Doan, who taps it in, and the Sabres take a 2-0 lead in Boston. 4:17. Time of the first goal by Krebs. 7:10. Time of the second by Doan. Sabres want more. Here's Benson holding, taking the shot. Scores! It squeaks through Swayman as Benson goes to the net. Swayman doth protest. We'll see what happens from here, but right now it's a 3-0 Buffalo Sabre lead in Boston.
This afternoon as well, he's so fast and he's so heads up with the puck. He sees the ice really well, so his distribution of the puck is great.
Sabres with another steal. Byram shot, scores! That is a dart from Byram, and it's a 4-0 Buffalo Sabres walk in the first period. Unbelievable what this team is doing right now against these Bruins in this fourth. Darlene couldn't move the puck, and now he's on the ice. Geeky is. There's a shot. Scores! Deflected by Malenstein. Beck Malenstein picks up the goal, and the Sabres are up 5-0 in Boston against the Bruins. And that is his first in the series. Malenstein joining Doan and Benson and scoring their first NHL playoff goals here this afternoon. Tage Thompson's got the puck and time. Sends it in front, scores! Alex Tuch gets in on it as Tage Thompson, with the patience at the side of the net, sends a beautiful touch pass to Alex Tuch. And it is an unconverted touchdown in Boston for the Sabres.
Hampus Lindholm fires, steered aside by Lyon. Now Peak shoots, Lyon the save, rebound, they score. Corrali breaks the shutout, 6-1.
Just keep shooting the puck here. There's a lot of pressure being put on you here by the penalty killers of Boston, and if there's nothing there, shoot the puck, create that chaos.
Thompson's in front, puck doesn't get there. Scores! Rasmus Dahlin! The captain starts it!
Result, drive it up the wall, Aspero shoots, blocked out in front, hook to the corner, Geeky. Now Lindholm walks out in front, tried to bank it in. Lindholm shoots, he scores! Elias Lindholm, a turnaround shot in the slot. Bruins won, Sabres won. Here's Krebs, turned it over, pushed ahead, Pastrnak outside, walks in, shoots, he scores! Your pasta is served. The Boston Bruins have forced this series back to Boston.
Challenge, almost a 2-on-1 here for Boston, broken up by Buffalo. Now the feed for Tuch, down the left wall, into the slot. Thompson turns away from pressure, leaves it for Dahlin, walks it in. He's got a man in front, scores! Alex Tuch from Rasmus Dahlin, a dynamic duo right in front of the Boston Bruins net, and it's 1-0 Buffalo. Thompson, he's got Tuch in front. Dahlin up top, looking for the puck if it's there. Carried by Peyton Krebs, left at the line. Samuelsson shot, scores! Mattias Samuelsson with a seeing eye shot from the blue line, and the Buffalo Sabres have a 2-0 lead here in the first period.
Out at center ice, Pastrnak creates a turnover. Zacha 2-on-1. Pastrnak fires, he scores! Pastrnak, his third goal this
Bruins win the draw. Lindholm plays it back to the point. That's a turnover. And a race for the loose puck. Buffalo not sending too many in. Now 3. Here's a chance in front. Scores! Big hit in the corner. Doan is on the ice picking himself up after Zach Benson finishes the play. Lindholm too far for Geekie. Up the wall. Chance to chip it up and out. Norris does that. Sabres won't get a chance at the empty net, though, but they do get the puck outside the zone. Now it's mucked up on the wall. Empty net for Norris. Scores!
Job on the wall. Nice battle there by the Sabres. Standing him up and then creating that 50-50 battle. But guys coming across.
To the line for Matheson. So both goaltenders, especially Domish early, looking sharp. Centered in front again. Scores! There's the opening goal. And it's Josh Anderson.
There without a stick. Here's Hagel. Slides it across. Advantage, Lightning, big time. Evans with no stick. Here's Reddish. Scores! Darren Reddish. Power play goal. This game is tied. Drive it goes just wide. Mid near point by McDonough. Lightning get right back to work. Here's Gensel back of the net. Gensel out in front. Back in it. Scores! 2 quick goals. This one by Hagel. 2-1 Lightning.
Vasilevsky's best sequence of the game so far. It'll come across for Slafkovsky. Scores! And the game is tied. Now down low it goes, Slafkovsky. Demidov. Hudson again. Suzuki. Here's Caulfield. In front. Scores! Uri Slafkovsky. Back-to-back power play goals. And Montreal leads.
Lots of pressure here. More pucks to the net needed. It's Kucherov. Cuts it in the middle. Slides it down low. In front. They score! Power play goal! Brandon Hagel! Tie game!
And here comes Suzuki in. Midpoint Hudson. Down low. Slafkovsky scores! It's a hat trick! Overtime! Winner for Uri Slafkovsky!
Here's Hagel and Cirelli and Gensel back to work. Still looking for the first shot on net. Hagel's shot does not get through. That one does! Scores! Brandon Hagel scores first for the Lightning, and it's 1-0.
He sends it across. Here's Suzuki. Caulfield gives it back. Suzuki, no shooting lane. Hudson fire, scores! And they've got another power play goal, and the game is tied. Scored. Now Anderson in, and Evans tying up. Lilleberg in front, scores! Josh Anderson! And Montreal has regained the lead.
And turning it back up is Cirelli. Pass back across the seam. It's not been available all night. Here's Hagel now. Hagel with a shot. Thomas, Robert, scores! Nikita Kucherov has tied the game. It's 2-2.
The game and into overtime.
Big face-off here, won by Cirelli. Pulls it back to the line. Moser skating in. Moser with a shot. Scores! J.J. Moser with a lightning strike in overtime. We're going back to Montreal. All tied.
By point to now. Out comes Bolduc over the right side for Doc. Tries to give it back. Bolduc in front. Taxi scores!
If you can't get it to the net, just like that shot, get it off the yellow kickboard especially, at the bottom of the boards, and it'll come right back into the slot.
Hagel hustled after that puck, worked it around to Kucherov. Last half minute, here's Point.
Yes.
Scores! Brayden Point with a much-needed power play goal, and we're tied up 1-1. They get a chance out of that whole sequence.
Smart play by McDonough, who keeps the puck in and gets it right to Kucherov.
Knocked out again by Hagel. Hagel with that stutter step. Scores! Brandon Hagel buries another one. He's got a goal in every game so far.
Behind the net, center. Stopped on the play. Excuse me, Doc. As Vasilevsky makes a big save. This line creates another scoring chance. It's Doc. Scores! It ricochets for Texier. He'll try and turn away from Point. Swivels it back. Wayne Hudson scores! Canadiens in victory lane tonight! At the line, it's Radish shooting. Kicked away on the right pad of Dobish. Now lead feed. In is Bogdan to the end. Let's go! The draw cleanly. Gets it back. Holding on to it as he's watched by Gergensen's out with George. Caulfield in front.
Radish to Gensel. Gensel around the net. Hangs on. Jay Gensel leaves it for Moser on the switch. Moser back to Gensel. Scores! A huge goal from Jay Gensel. And the Lightning are on the board. 2-1. Puts it across. Caught by Radish. Back up top to Gensel. Jay Gensel has got the lone goal so far tonight for Tampa Bay. Here's Kucherov in front. Scores! Tapped in by Hagel. A power play goal. And this game is tied. Center dumps it back in for Tampa Bay. Here's Kucherov into the corner. Gets it back to Moser. Kucherov, quick shot. Scores! Kucherov to the net. It goes off of Hagel.
Driving the net, the puck came off of Vasilevsky and went off the upper body and into the net. This one, I think, goes off the upper body of Brandon Hagel. Yeah, it does.
Great feel for the players. Get everybody into the game. Get the emotion right down throughout your lineup.
There's Gallagher. Now Newhook pouncing on the puck, and he fired that. A rebound and clip, and they score! It's Brendan Gallagher! Can you script it any better than that?
Gonzalez gets on him. Back of his own net is Chernak. Here's a 2-on-1. It's Dominic James. James in shot. Scores! What a shot by the kid. He's tied this game. 1-1.
Especially when you don't kind of have a book on a guy, right? You don't know how fast he is until you get the play against him.
There's Kirby Doc trying to twist against Gonzalez. Scores! What a play! Kirby Doc! Return fire! And the Canadiens are back in front.
Hurting the Lightning right now. Here's Matheson in shot, and it goes high. And now a 2-on-1 potentially. Yes, it is. It's Gensel. He's in. Gensel shoots. Scores! Jake Gensel does it again. And we're tied 2-2.
Back to Hudson, and changes underway 1 minute in. And a lead feed. They've got Texier. Shot. Scores! Alex Texier. 66 seconds in.
Puck is banked in. Here's Lilleberg. Lilleberg checked there by Gouli. Bumped off the puck. This one's going to be held in by Hagel. Hagel with some room. Down low. Walking out in front. Oh! Loose puck. Scores! Gage Gonzalez. A lightning strike in overtime.
opening period. Shots 9-3. Tampa Bay, but Montreal threatening here. Scores on a deflection. And Montreal has struck first.
The reaction of Vasilevsky. Another great example of never a bad play to get the puck on net. No chance for Vasilevsky. Bad break for Moser.
Saucers one near side to Gonzalez. Testu back to Gage Gonzalez. Testu with a shot. Scores! A power play goal! Tipped in by Dominic James. Tie game.
By Hudson. Suzuki after the puck. Slavkovsky on it. Feeds it back. Newhook off the bench. Back to Hudson now. And that is blocked away. Here's Dave scored! Scored! And the Canadians have the lead.
Vasilevsky trying to get it up and out, and then the bat off the pants and in. Unbelievable hand-eye. The puck's about 3 feet in the air off the pad, off the pants, and it's in the back of the net.
Cooley brings it right back in. Cooley holding on to it. Goes out high. Krause across. Krause again. He scores! And Cooley. And it's 1-0 Utah with 9.5 remaining.
Up the wall. Theodore straight away around the horn for McNabb. He'll throw it towards the net. Cole Smith centered it. Down low. Score! Colton Sissons was in front. Looked like he jammed that home, and the Golden Knights have tied it in the second.
Jack McBain. And taken away and holding on to it now is Ian Cole, and sent back in by Sean Durzi. Now another chance. It goes in! It goes in off a Vegas player, and it's 2-1 Utah. Talk about a fluky goal. That went in off Korzak.
Made it to Eichel. Taps it down for Stone. Walked it into the circle. Back door. Marner centered it. To the rebound. Score! Mark Stone on the rebound. On the power play to tie it. Been away from Mackenzie Weegar. And Weegar able to retrieve it. Then lost it. Down out high. Working it off for Sissons. Finds Hannafin. Feeds it down low. Tap score! McDonald on the deflection. Gives the Golden Knights the lead. Puck around the wall. Pamelka halfway to the bench. Now he's all the way to the bench. An open net bid for Barbashev, and he scores! Ivan Barbashev seals game one with the empty netter. Joe Eichel feeds it down for Stone. Eichel holding. Down low, Stone. Looking backdoor score! Tomas Hertl. Stone set it up on the backside. And it's a power play goal. And the Golden Knights strike first in game two.
And brought out by Michael Carcone. He's in with it. Carcone with a shot. That rides up high. Got it going off the stick of Noah Hannafin. Across now, Weegar towards the front. Bouncing puck, and they score! Put home, and we're tied at 1.
Schmaltz misses the tip here, but it hits a Vegas stick and a Vegas skate and another lucky break.
That's where Sean Durzi will send one in. Mitch Marner. Right back to the line. Gunther with a shot. He scores! Dylan Gunther! And it's 2-1 Utah!
Now Sergachev feeds it to center. Picked off by Barbashev. Had to wait for his line mates to get onside. Barbashev cutting it down low. Backhand, and he scores! What a move and what a goal for Ivan Barbashev. Upstairs on the backhand, and it's 2-2.
Up the boards, Kyler Yamamoto gives way. Gunther's got it. He brings it in. Gunther getting around his man. Gunther with a shot. Stop off the pipe. They score! Logan Cooley with the go-ahead goal.
it's 3-2 Utah.
The shots favoring the Vegas Golden Knights, but a strip away here. Yamamoto, 21-9 in terms of attempts. Here's Weegar, he unloads with a shot, he scores! In the corner, back out high, good keep. Gunther with a shot, and that's just wide.
Like he was looking for the stick of Schmaltz there.
Cooley again, across, Gunther, one-timer score! Dylan Gunther, what a rip! 2-zip Utah! In the face-off against Jack Eichel. Weegar comes away with it. Utah looks to go through center, Krause. And now Nick Schmaltz for Krause, he scores! On a redirect! Oh, what a beauty! 3-0 Utah! He'll get one deep. Along the boards, Mark Stone tied up, forcing Shea Theodore to go to the other side. Taken away by Keller. Out high. Shot, score! Lawson Krause! It's 4! Cobb! Utah!
Feeds it across for Korczak. Jumped off his stick. Now Korczak has it. Feeds it around the net. Stone tracks it down. Put it towards left. Score! Stone put that towards the net. Eichel on the backhand. Golden Knights looking to start a big comeback in Utah. Korczak gains the blue line, dropping it off for Cole Smith. Feeds it across. Riley Smith tips it just wide. Riley Smith in the corner. In front, down, scores! Nick Dowd, second of the series. The Golden Knights within 2 with 3:07 left. They've got Abelor Fiem on this line with Jack Eichel and Ivan Barbashev. Eichel able to fend off Weegar. Beat it out in front to Barbashev, and Dorofeev scores! Abelor Fiem fires it home a minute 13 into the game. All the way down the ice. And the Golden Knights almost out of the woods. Marner with a steal. Howden in front on the forehand, he scores! What a move by Brett Howden. Backhand to forehand for a short-handed goal. And sends it through the top of the crease. Kerfoot up the boards, not out. Hannafin to keep it alive. Sissons to deal with that stick. Couple of sticks out there now. Cole Smith to the tip, he scores! Hannafin threw it down low for the point. Cole Smith on the deflection. His first career playoff goal. And it's 3-0 Vegas.
Sergachev out high. Schmaltz and across. Krause, side of the net. They try the give and go. Keller. Sergachev. Krause, they got him running around. A shot. And a goal! Put home! Nick Schmaltz! And he breaks the ice for Utah. It's 3-1. Utah going. Noah Hannafin to the corner against Alexander Kerfoot. Forward battle here, comes in front, now back to the point. Across, Cole wants to get it, and then he scores! Ian Cole! Holy cow! It's a one-goal game! Back to center with speed. Gunther brings it in. Mackenzie Weegar down low, trying to work it to the front. Gunther across and a one-timer, they score! Michael Carcone's tied it at 3. And Nick Schmaltz will take it away. As Sergachev now for Schmaltz. Schmaltz to the middle. Keller. Keller to the front. It's in. They score! They score! Clayton Keller. Go-ahead goal! Utah all the way back.
They'll rotate it right back around the wall to Eichel. Fend off Sergachev. Hannafin out top. Looking for a lane. Wrist shot, score! Brett Howden on the tap. His second of the game to tie it at 4.
In the game, gets his head up, and it's a shot just getting into the net, and a great deflection by Brett Howden.
It's like a little touch pass to Barbashev. Trying to feed it towards Eichel on the bouncer, and Vamelka can't cover that. 1 minute to go in the overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Eichel to Fedor, score! Shea series is tied at 2 games apace.
Look at the play. Centering feet, Eichel twice, and there's Theodore. Pavelka, no stick. They're going to look at the offside again. I think this is a good goal, though.
Nick Schmaltz here again against Brett Howden. Utah wins it. Goes out high. Keller right to the front. Never saw it. Rebound. They score! Off the end boards, and John Marino able to score.
Theodore holding it. Eichel, 1 minute to go in the first. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Eichel in the corner. Hurdle. Pops high in the air. Loose puck. Dorofeev, a chance, and he scores! Pavel Dorofeev snaps it home. A power play goal to tie it.
Shovel try to get it out. Good step-up move, though, by Keller. And right back in, courtesy of Sergachev. Keller to the middle. Krause with a shot. He scores! Lawson Krause. And Utah back in front.
Get them back to full health.
Puck down on the wall. Barbashev moving it. Theodore, pressure. Good work to keep that in on Stenlund. Dancing his way down low. Feeds it in front. And Dorofeev scores! Great work by Theodore to set up Dorofeev. His second of the game, and we're even again. He'll shovel it down the boards. Pavelka digging in behind the net. Moves it. Indecision. Gave it away to Stone. Works it low to high to Theodore. Walks it into the middle. Rush shot. Score! Shea Theodore! The Golden Knights click on consecutive shots and take the lead.
So had a 2-1 lead. Vegas with a couple of goals in a minute 40 late in the second period. Comes back to center. Yamamoto is in. Yamamoto across. They score! Dylan Guenther's tied it on the Vegas Strip. And what a setup. Tyler Yamamoto, a beautiful setup for number 1. Uyghur, big hit, Barbashev. They collide. Up the boards. Utah looking to get a clear. And they will. A strip, and out they come. 2-on-1. Brought in. Holding. Kerfoot across. And a goal! Michael Carcone! How about that? The go-ahead goal with 7:18.
In desperate need of a tying goal. Puck in behind the net for Schmidt. Plays it up ahead. Theodore gloves it to keep it in. Now Marner. Theodore looking. Eichel a drive. Save Pavelka. Rebound score! Pavel Dorofeev for a hat trick to tie it. First game-winning goal of his playoff career. Kerfoot under some pressure from Howden and by Marner. Here's Howden looking. Scores! Brett Howden! Short-handed in double overtime. Gives the Golden Knights a 3-2 lead in the series.
Celebrate. Great work in the corner. Marner and Howden just winning battles. And what a shot by Howden to win it in double overtime.
McNabb feeds it in the offensive zone. Battled away by Krause. Marner right back in. Feeds it out high. Stone back into the middle of the Marner shot. Block wide. Howden off the end board. Scores! Brett Howden has done it again. Tucks it in on the rebound. And the Golden Knights strike first in Game 6. Anderson holding. They're rotating around the boards again. 1 minute to go in the second period. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Barbashev. Marner cutting in. Drive. Score! Mitch Marner rips it home. His first of the playoffs. And the Golden Knights have built a 2-0 lead.
Sergachev. Back to center. Kyler Yamamoto has it. Wrister score! Kyler Yamamoto!
He'll take it against Kerfoot. Puck trickles out top. Korzak. McNabb, a little space. Wrist shot saved. Mid rebound score! Colton Sissons on the rebound! And the Golden Knights are back up by 2. Marner feeding it down low. Eichel and the VGK with a chance to ice this series, you would think, if they could put one away here. Eichel holding it. Now Theodore drive, block, second chance, score! And there it is, Mitch Marner on the power play, his second of the game. game, and the Golden Knights have built a 4-1 lead in Game 6 of the VGK. Wrist shot from Sergachev, blocked away by Theodore. He and McNabb, the deep pair. Keller. Wrist shot over the net, around the dasher, not out. Gunther keeps it in, but he gave it away to Cole Smith. Empty net penalty, scores! Cole Smith will officially wrap this up. The Golden Knights have put home 3 in the third and 5 for the game.
Oilers have eliminated the Ducks to just 3 shots. Wallman a dart. Dickinson scores! Carlson up to Chris Kreider. Neutral zone turnover by Kreider. Put Colson, drives on an open. Kapanen denied. Rebound. Kapanen scores! Kreider the turnover, and the Oilers make the Ducks pay. 2-0 Edmonton.
Tristan Jarry. And he and the Oilers lead as we begin the second period of play. Lacombe into the Edmonton zone, finds room in the middle, nudges it ahead. Ingram makes the save. Rebound, score! Troy Terry pounces on the lively rebound, and what a start to the second period for Anaheim.
Puck first. He was gone. Good job by Carlson to take a line, force him to go to the inside.
John Carlson in deep, chance, shot, save, Ingram, rebound, score! And this game is tied. Leo Carlson cleans it up. 2-2, and the Ducks need less than 5 minutes to erase the 2-goal deficit.
Here, Dickinson back on the ice, by the way, for the Oilers to take that face-off.
Granlund wins the draw, and the Ducks score right away. Troy Terry comes off the wall and rips his second of the game. It's 3-2 Anaheim.
Yeah, that didn't take long. It starts with the face-off. For Seneca, he was right on top of Ingram. Good job by Ingram, though, to stand his ground and just snuff it out.
Granlund fell. Oh, a man fell down. October drives in. Rebound, score. This game is tied. Dickinson, second of the night. 3-0.
James Sr. on the team.
Draisaitl. He'll be mad at you. Draisaitl on his backhand, trying to tuck it in front. Oh, Anaheim close up shot. Now put Colson. Jett in front, score! Kasperi Kapanen! Edmonton regains the lead. 4-3. Still a rebound. Kapanen won the battle. Chipped it back to Wallman. Another blast. Save. Rebound. Draisaitl. Shoots. Score.
Great skating defenseman like Lacombe.
McTavish takes the feed, drives in, and fans on the shot as Bouchard got a piece of him at the moment of truth. Cutter Gauthier keeps it in. He'll shoot and score! Seneca at the front with the screen, and the Ducks have tied the game.
Brilliant shot.
Trouba can't get it to the net, but keeps it alive now behind the goal for Troy Terry. Wanted to feed the point, does get it eventually to Lacombe, goes rink wide. Trouba had trouble with it. He scores!
Another screen. This time, Cutter Gauthier in front, John, and this is just a little wrist shot from Trouba.
Is McTavish. Gauthier brings it back in, immediately contested. Dives, chops it to the corner. Here's Killorn. Far post, got the rebound and scored. He was trying to get it to Seneca. I think Ingram made the save, but he followed up and went right to the near side post and finishes the Anaheim power play strike.
The boards. Lacombe will pick up his stick. In the meantime, the puck stolen by Kapanen. Draisaitl hit from behind by Killorn. Shrugged him off. Shoveled it out. Murphy a drive. Score!
Takes it off the boards and spins around and is unable to get a shot away.
Oh, that's a good play by the Ducks.
McDavid throws it away, kept in by Killorn. In front, Paling scores on the redirect. Short-handed goal. Anaheim up 4-2.
The Oilers get sloppy. They turn it over a couple of times.
Won the conference final against
Chicago that year. Nugent Hopkins back to Ekholm. Redirects it home. What a tip in front by Zach Hyman. And Edmonton right back in the game at 4-3.
Didn't realize he had Savoy pestering from behind. He keeps him alive. Roslovic centering. One-timer score! It's Josh Szymanski! The first puck he is shot into the net in the NHL. Ties game 2.
This draw once again against Leon Draisaitl. Seems like Draisaitl's taken every draw in this period. Clean win for Leo. Lacombe shot, ricochets, and Gauthier scores! Cutter Gauthier fouled the loose puck to the right of Connor Ingram, his second of the game, and the Ducks are back on top 5. Now feeds it all the way out to Ekholm. Bouchard fires, that doesn't get through. It's in the equipment of Lacombe. Poehling will shoot at the empty net and hit it with just a minute 10 to play. Ryan Poehling's second of the game. It's 6-4.
And he stopped them all. Murphy to Draisaitl. Off to Podkolzin. 3-on-2 Edmonton. Well played by the Ducks, however. Turned over, though. Quick shot, score! Vasily Podkolzin off the turnover. And it's Edmonton who takes a 1-0 lead. Podkolzin's first of the series, but he has shined throughout.
Ducks get it to the point. Hellison across. Tyson Hines indirect off the end boards. Good read by Ingram, who laid the paddle down. Again to the top of the zone. Hellison looking for a tip. Score! Mason McTavish on the redirect. Kreider now below the goal line with it. Anaheim overloading the right side of the zone for the moment. Now they'll try the left side. Carlson gets it right back from Terry for Leo. His shot. Rebound. Score! Granlund. A tip by Kreider made it difficult for Ingram to control the rebound.
Nurse looked like he had a lane to the net there. Murphy steps up. Around the boards. Draisaitl. Inside. Kapanen shoots and scores. This game is tied. Kasperi Kapanen stays hot. That's his third of the series. And we're tied at 2.
The speediest of guys, but that's the effort in the playoffs you love to see.
McDavid again off the rush. Bouchard a shot. Juggled by Nosto. Rebound score! Ryan Nugent Hopkins puts Edmonton in front 3-2.
Ekholm uses the wall. Roslovic can't deflect it past John Carlson. Nice pass. Seneca to Minchikov. Blocker save made by Ingram. Carlson gets it to the net. Little loose rebound. Killorn scores!
McDavid gets away with it.
He sure did. He wiped out Killorn, and now the Ducks with a steal. Granlund sends it ahead. Seneca in. Scores! Beckett Seneca's first of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. 4-3 Ducks. For Granlund as McDavid wins the draw. Bouchard thinks better of the shot and now turns it over. Troy Terry jumping up with Leo Carlson. 2-on-1. Leo, score!
Settle kept it alive for Bouchard up top. 20 on the power play. Draisaitl, little give and go with McDavid, who stays with it and then shoots and scores. May have been deflected, but Edmonton right back in the game, 5-4. Connor McDavid with his first goal of the series.
Biel makes the play, bringing it into the middle of the ice. 2-on-1 with Moore. Moore has a trailer, fired over top by the trailing Lacombe. Biel gets it back and scores! Jeffrey Biel! 6-4 Anaheim.
By Jacob Trouba.
Draisaitl curls into the middle. Bumps with Killorn in one, hands it into the Anaheim zone. Lacombe floats it into the empty net.
And 14 points. That's how you go 6-0 in that situation. Your best players play their best. Dickinson controlling, dishing. Woolman a shot. That was blocked and then fired home. Kasperi scores, and it's a tremendous start for Edmonton. 38 seconds into the hockey game. Bouchard. Nugent-Hopkins fires, scores! 2-0 Edmonton. Ideal start for the Oilers, who have to have it. And they've taken command early.
Again to the point. 40 seconds in the power play. Gauthier looks up. Shoots, score! Cutter Gauthier on the power play. What a shot off the stick of Gauthier. Carries in, separated from the puck. Ducks have the zone. Kreider, middle of the ice, John Carlson. Granlund, patient to Leo, gets it back. Score! Mikhail Granlund has tied the game.
Pushing the box, he knows it. Draisaitl wins the face-off. McDavid to Bouchard, fires and scores, and Edmonton has regained the lead. The word turns once again. Bouchard, his first of the series. The Oilers up 3-2.
His shot off a skate, ricochets right to John Carlson. Looking for a tip from Washy. It goes wide.
Boy, he just missed it, Johnny. He went off his heel. That was a great play by Carlson.
Lacombe makes his way to the top of the slot. Back to John Carlson. Rips it on net. Chopped in. Diving effort by DL. His second in as many games. We're tied again.
Fourth line comes through for the Ducks.
Pose Poehling, who fell down. Great job by McTavish to keep the puck in the zone for Poehling out of the corner in front. Oh, it's between the legs of Joey. I think it's in. They say no goal. The Ducks think it's in.
The Ducks think it's in. They just throw a puck to the net. They're celebrating, John.
Connor Murphy comes in and jams it back underneath his goaltender. And here's the in-net look, Brian.
That puck's over the line.
Shirt up the left-hand side. Held in. Hard collision between Lazar and Trouba. And the Oilers are away. Nugent-Hopkins with goals in back-to-back games to Bouchard. Beautiful look. Quick shot, score! Vasily Podkolzin. And Edmonton, for the 5th consecutive game in this series, strikes first. Now, but Hellison will. Poked away from Seneca. No stall to play. Nugent-Hopkins able to pick it off. Redirected, score! Zach Hyman! Edmonton 2! Anaheim nothing! Down there by Kapanen. Flicked over to Draisaitl. Gathers himself. McDavid inside. Poked away from Draisaitl one time. Tipped home! Draisaitl from Bouchard. 3-0! Edmonton pouring it on!
Brushes it back, and now a stretch pass ahead. Here's room. McTavish tries to make a pass, and it comes over, and Killorn scores!
Oh, that what a great outlet pass. The Oilers were setting up, expecting the drop pass in the neutral zone. Lacombe said, I'm just going to headman it, and that created an outnumbered attack.
One-timer Bouchard, and he had fanned on it. Tell you what, Husso's made a couple of big stops on the power play. Bouchard, McDavid loading up, dishing, one-timer score! He won't stop that one! Draisaitl extends the lead to 4-1.
By Jackson Lacombe's numbers. It has been an offensive series. These teams scoreless in game 6. Carlson shot behind Ingram. He scored! Poehling got to it. Once again, I don't know if it got the back of the net, but it's a goal. Goes wide, pops in the air, glove down by McDavid in the near corner, and he's muscled off the puck. Here comes Leo Carlson. Taps it ahead, gets it back from Terry. Open his corner! He scores! High, short side, what a shot! And what a goal! It's 2-0.
Menchikov, puck shaken free. Crowd wanted a call against Edmonton. It's not going to come. Duck. There's thundering down the right-hand side. Let a shot fly. Dostal, juicy rebound and shoveled home. And the Oilers get a gift. Dostal couldn't handle a soft shot toward the net.
drops it off for Mason McTavish. Back to Seneca in his feet, but he keeps it alive. McTavish behind the back. Lacombe again to go. Chase scores! A changeup. It's 3-1.
Stick of Darnell Nurse. And it's a knuckleball that goes up and over the shoulder.
Center's looking for Hyman, and that's batted away. And Lacombe will just lift it back to center. Glove down by Bouchard, knocked away. Kreider gets it over to Leo. Trey Terry scores! What a turn of events! It's 4-1.
About the accumulation. Little give and go. Draisaitl backhands it off the side of the net. Rebound score. And that's exactly what Edmonton needed.
Right down the middle, out to Kapanen, and for Kapanen, he just fires the puck at the net. Podkolzin's on the far side.
Might have hit him.
And it might have bounced off of him into the net.
Out of his zone, McDavid tries to whip it back. That's blocked. And again, the Ducks bounce it to the point. Kreider gets it out. Here's Leo Carlson. Score!
Dialed in with regards to not giving up anything for free, period. There's just not a lot of room out there. It's tough to get to the interior at both ends of the rink.
Nice play here by Hall. Stankoven with a chance. He scores! Logan Stankoven opens the scoring in the postseason. And the Canes have a 1-0 lead. Is there a time to go, or you just keep doing what you're doing? Here comes Blake. Back for Hall.
You know those pinches are coming.
Here's Nikishin. That gets through. It trickles still on the goal line. No call. Now there's a call. They score!
Gostis bears shot in the second period in this one from Nikishin. Shoot at the elbow on the glove side. He can't handle the elbow. And that's what keeps this play alive.
This one across the rink. Canes hanging on to it. 50 seconds on the man advantage. Carolina looking to make a play with Hall out in front of Stankoven. He scores! Another one! A magical power play goal. Stankoven from Hall. 1-0 Carolina. The Kane zone. Knocked off course by Chatfield. 7 seconds left, and here comes Aho. It's Aho and Stahl. 2-on-1. Stahl waits, delivers the pass. They score! Sebastian Aho pointing to the passer, and it's 2-0 Carolina.
Batherson lifts it in and goes right after it. Runs into Chatfield. Sanderson at the point, knocked it down. Got it low for Batherson. Trying to beat it back, scores! Drake Batherson from a sharp angle puts it in. And midway through the second period in Game 2, Ottawa gets their first goal of the series. Who was there? Now it's swung around for Stankoven. He doesn't get a clean pass either as Sanderson intercepts. Dylan Cousins on it. Scores! Dylan Cousins floats one through the pads of Frederick Anderson. And Ottawa has tied it at 2.
Standing watch by Shabbat. Miller, his shot deflects wide with traffic in front. Gains to the rebound. Miller. He gets this one in. There's Martin. He scores! This one counts. Jordan Martin wins it in overtime. Is blocked by Robinson. And Hall can go. Hall, he'll pick it up. He's got Robinson, middle lane drive. Hall, drag, shoots. Low save by Omar. He kept on here. Going across the score! Oh, red hot Logan Stankoven from the sharp angle, and the Canes take a 1-0 lead. It quiets the crowd.
Here comes Tim Stützle. Got it in over the line. They got forced back out. It stays outside. Nick Cousins to the goal. Scores! Drake Batherson gets Ottawa on the board, and we're tied at 1.
To get this one out from Miller. Miller back for Hall. Hall
Good skate to stick here. Sent across, looking for it up front. They score! Jackson Blake on a beautiful pass from Keandre Miller. Blake knows it, and he puts Carolina up 2-1. High, and Carolina skates it out. A huge block now. Sent out in front. They score! Taylor Hall! And that's got to feel good for number 71, Carolina. In the lead, 1-0.
It's not scoreless in an entire series on the power play back in 2001 against Toronto. They are desperate for a power play goal. Yakimchuk across, drive, scores! There it is! Patterson tips it on, 1-1, and the building erupts.
He'll drop it on the backhand, Miller. And go down the boards, Blake to Miller. Miller looking for some room. Good work here as Carolina moves it around. Miller shot off the side block, he scores! Logan Stankoven, 4 games, 4 goals, and on the power play, the Canes have taken a 2-1 lead here in Ottawa in Game 4. Into the Cane zone. Omar gets to the bench for the extra attacker. Chuck into the corner. Loose puck. Canes come up with it. Aho's going to go across. He's got real estate. Aho makes a move. Bingo! Sebastian Aho puts Carolina up 3-1 in Game 4.
Batherson for Giroux. Back to the line. Yakimchuk. Down to Batherson behind the net. Centered in front. Scores! Dylan Cousins. Hold on. They're not done yet, but 1:49 to go as Dylan Cousins finds the back of the net.
Did he ever pay the price on that block? Now loose puck in the Canes blue line. Slavin controls it. Chatfield to Jarvis. He'll tip it to Aho. And he'll put it in the empty net. Bingo! Sebastian Aho, his second empty net goal.
With it. Barkey hands off to Zegras, flies in the middle of the chain. Zegras holds, takes it around behind the net, takes a look, got it out to Drysdale for the shot, he scores! Jamie Drysdale fires and the Flyers get the first goal almost halfway through Game 1.
Deflects to the corner off Novak's stick, and Tommy Novak has it again. Penguins rolling the lines over here. Raquel drags and shoots, kicked out by Vladar. Loose puck, Malkin fires! He scores! Gino with the equalizer, and the Penguins tie it!
Just got away from Mazur, trying to tee it up. Out to the point it goes. Just the line in the middle, Sanheim. Sanheim makes the move to the slot. The shot, he scores! Travis Sanheim, a beautiful move! And then the wrister to beat Skinner, and the Flyers are back on top halfway through the third. He'll get air underneath it to center. Konecny's there, uses his glove and then his stick. Got that puck to Martone, who charges in. Martone turns with it, gets himself some space, turns again, fires and scores! The Marty Party is alive and well in the playoffs. Porter Martone makes it 3-1 Philadelphia with his first Stanley Cup playoff goal.
Pens control off the draw. Carlson for Malkin. Shoots, block, Russ scores! That's the goal they needed, and now the belief grows.
The TV timeout. Flyers have a little bit of juice here. Flyers needed that shift. Here is Dvorak. Body by Clifton. Martone is there, tucks it quickly back to Dvorak. Dvorak around behind, centers at the shot, deflects free, Martone shot, and he scores! He's done it again! Porter Martone gives the Flyers the lead. He has scored goals in each of his first 2 Stanley Cup playoff games. Tippett will force Skinner to come out and play the puck, but Tippett's going to get to the puck first after Skinner played it. Play it to himself beautifully, make a move. Tippett still has the puck. Centers it in front and they score! Got it Hathaway with a shorthanded goal off the absolutely spectacular setup from Owen Tippett. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. Carlson a shot blocked out high. Sanheim after with Rust. Anaheim backhand. Good play by Hathaway to tip it to Couturier. 2-on-1 moving up. Couturier across ice. Glendening, and he will put it into the empty net. Luke Glendening, the empty net goal. And the Flyers have a 3-0 lead with just over 2 minutes remaining.
Crosby up top. Carlson fires off a stick and it deflects wide.
Broke the stick at Glendening, so it's 5 up. He's able to go to the bench and get a stick. That's a break for Glendening.
Here's Crosby back door, thrown in front. Malkin scores! A power play goal for Pittsburgh. Their first lead of the series, and it's 1-0 Pens.
Point shot, Drysdale, deflect, save, rebound! Poke just away from Martone. He's got it now. Back out, Drysdale. Zegras one-time. Yeah, he scored! Power play goal. The Flyers tie it at 1. That one fought off by Skinner up high. Glendening gets to the puck, centers, and hit the post. The redirection try in front, hit the post. Steele, here's Ristolainen with a shot. Score! Rasmus Ristolainen enjoying his first trip to the playoffs as he has his first career playoff goal. Flyers in front, 2-1. Careens into the corner, the puck pops free. Juleson, who picked up his first playoff point with an assist to Sealer for a shot. They score! Nick Sealer from long distance. 3-1 Philadelphia. And he has his first career playoff.
Back to Raquel, reverses to Carlson. Across for Crosby. 40 seconds of the power play. Here's Novak. Passing to Rickard Raquel. Carlson, one-timer, scores! Erik Karlsson let it fly and trickled through Vladar. And the Penguins have some life.
And for some movement, Zegras holds on, back out, Drysdale. Zegras again, now Cates makes the move, the shot is good! A beauty from Cates, in tight, power play goal, Flyers back up by 2. Well, turning with it, a shot, Novak save made Vladar. 1:20 on the clock. Novak checked, Tippett's got it, he's on his way, good luck catching him, Tippett. And the empty netter to put it away. 5-2 Flyers.
Traffic. Crosby scores! Take that, Philly! Sidney Crosby on the power play. It took him 5 seconds. And the Penguins have the lead.
And then threw himself down on the ice. It wasn't that hard of a hit by Chris Letang.
Here's Vladar out of his net. Pressured by Raquel. Loose puck. Raquel scores! Rickard Raquel's first of the series. What are you doing, Dan Vladar? It's 2-0 Penguins.
Holding on. Drops it off. Tippett. All the way across York. York to Zegras. Zegras in front. They score!
Hit by Dvorak. Flyers trying to push it free. Crosby collides. What a job by the captain. Back to Letang. Steps in. Fires. He scores! Bang! Bang! Chris Letang! Crosby created it. Letang finished it. And the Penguins are up 3-1.
Ristolainen had to knock it down. It was bouncing. It's at the Sanheim. Anaheim trying to range in to the zone. They get it in front for a shot. They score! Travis Konechny! And the Flyers answer right back. They're within 1. 3-2.
Zegras back to Drysdale. Shoots, saves Shilov's loose puck. Comes down low. Forster punches it. Deflects to Lazat. A chance to clear, he will. It's a foot race for Connor Dewar. Can he get it in? He does! And the Penguins are in control late here in Game 4.
The Waterspoon, little hesitation. He'll pick it back up.
Pretty nifty time and space. Well, Kindle, he's a young fella, but he's smart.
Here's Mantha, steals, centering pass. Score! Soderblom on the first shot of the night. And the Penguins lead it.
that off, and the Penguins are buzzing.
Dewar shoots off the crossbar. He celebrates.
Penguins knew it was in. They were celebrating. They did not wait for the horn. What a shot from Connor Dewar. Line after line. That was 3 shifts in a row. It was all Penguins.
Second goal of the series, as Ray said. The first one was the empty netter to clinch game 4. He's now tied with Malkin for the team leading goals. Here's the response. Alex Bump has his first career playoff goal. And Philadelphia is on the board, and very quickly. Shot opportunity, you would suspect. Sanheim across to Ristolainen. Achari defending up high. They score! Travis Sanheim has tied the game at 2.
Deeper. Crosby twists away from York. Passing to the point, it's Letang. His shot off a stick past Vladar. Big bounce! Where is it? They score! A bounce from the hockey gods! And the Penguins take the lead back late the second.
Win the draw. York to Michkov. Michkov back to York. York Arista.
Cam York from distance. And the Flyers are on their way to the second round. And it's a beautiful thing. Nice little backhand pass. A little risky, but I love it. And there's the shot. Noah Cates is in front. And there's the celebration. Oh, he threw his stick. He launched it.
Somebody's got it.
Yeah, just a high risk, high reward play here by Michkov, right? And then doesn't have to be the hard.